Welcome to Beyond the Breach. Today's episode is about frontier AI and why business leaders, and in particular security leaders and governments, as well as technology companies, of course, are suddenly paying so much attention to this topic. Over the past few months, you've definitely heard of names like Anthropic, OpenAI, DeepMind, and projects in particular such as Glasswing. You've probably also heard claims that AI can now discover software vulnerabilities. It can write code, it can analyze attacks, and it can even perform tasks that previously required highly skilled security experts. For many people, it feels like all of that and that conversation has accelerated overnight. It's been a bit of a shock. But what exactly is frontier AI and why does it matter in security? Let's start with a really simple definition. Frontier AI refers to the most advanced AI models available at any given time. It is not exclusive to security. These are the systems operating at the leading edge of AI capability. They're not simply larger versions of ChatGPT or Claude. They represent the current limits of what artificial intelligence is currently capable of doing. Today, frontier models can write software. They can analyze very, very large volumes of information incredibly quickly. They can reason through complex problems. And they, of course, can generate advanced research. And increasingly, they can perform tasks that resemble the work of very skilled professionals. And that's why security leaders are paying attention now. Here's where things become interesting. The AI story is turning into a story about advanced security capability. For years, software, of course, has been getting faster and better. Networks have been getting faster with more bandwidth. Computers themselves have also been getting much more fast. Now intelligence is becoming faster. Tasks once requiring hours of human effort can increasingly be completed in only minutes and sometimes seconds. So let's bring this back to cybersecurity. One of the areas generating the most attention right now, as we mentioned earlier, is vulnerability discovery. Historically, finding software vulnerabilities such as 0 days required specialist researchers, people with deep technical and security expertise, people who could analyze code, who could understand systems and identify weaknesses. Frontier AI is beginning to accelerate that process incredibly rapidly. Not perfectly, not autonomously, and certainly, or hopefully, not without some human oversight. But enough that many experts like myself believe vulnerability discovery is entering a new phase, a new era, if you will. And that's important because the same capability can benefit, of course, ourselves as defenders as well as attackers. Defenders can identify weaknesses faster. Attackers can identify those same weaknesses and exploit them. The result is a race to discover, understand, and remediate vulnerabilities before they can be exploited by criminals. And that race is only just beginning in 2026. This is where many organizations, in my view, are starting to make a mistake. They're focusing on individual companies, whether it be Anthropic or OpenAI or Google or Microsoft. They're focusing on very specific announcements and marketing campaigns. In my view, that's missing the bigger picture, which matters in security strategy. The real story is not which AI company wins. The real story is that AI-assisted vulnerability discovery, analysis, and decision-making are becoming mainstream capabilities in security for both attackers and for defenders. Just as cloud computing changed infrastructure fundamentally, just as mobile technology changed the way we work, frontier AI is changing knowledge work itself, including that work within the security domain. And cybersecurity is simply one of the first industries to really start to feel that impact. Now, here's a question that every business leader should be asking themselves. If vulnerabilities can be discovered much faster, and therefore attacks can evolve much faster, and if change is accelerating around us, how confident are we in our ability to respond to the worst case scenario? Because this is where the conversation moves beyond AI. It moves into cyber resilience, people, process, and technology, because ultimately the negative outcome here is a breach. The organizations that succeed won't necessarily be the ones with the most AI. They will be the ones that can adapt the fastest, the ones that can respond to breach, the ones that can identify risks quickly, recover quickly, and make informed decisions under pressure. That's the real lesson here, I think. Frontier AI is not just another technology trend, it's a capability shift, one that will influence cybersecurity fundamentally. It'll also impact, of course, business operations, regulation, and risk management for years to come. So what should you take away from this episode? Well, first of all, don't be intimidated by phrasing here. Frontier AI just refers to the most advanced AI models and systems currently available. Secondly, the biggest impact is not what we're seeing via AI chatbots. It is the acceleration of human knowledge work, including security work. And lastly, cybersecurity happens to be one of the first industries experiencing this acceleration at scale. We are about to see an explosion in vulnerability detection. AI changes the speed of everything. Your organization needs to be able to adapt and respond as well as recover should the worst happen. That's the clarity for today. Beyond the breach.